Hello, shiny people. My name is Allie from Geek and Faerie Tarot, and it is time again to look at the forecast for the month ahead. And this month, I am using my Shadowscapes tarot. It is my most favorite tarot deck. If you've had a tarot card reading from me before, I was probably using this deck. It's the one I use for almost all of my readings. I usually try to do something different with these monthly readings just for variety's sake, but this month Shadowscapes Tarot was calling me, so I went with it. So, the first card that I drew this month is the Queen of Cups reversed. So the first thing I felt when I turned over this card was the phrase, once bitten, twice shy. I feel like there is a situation that has come up or an opportunity that's been presented that has us feeling a little bit apprehensive, or it's stirred up some negative memories and it's forcing us to confront some hurt feelings from the past. The thought of moving forward from here has us feeling very vulnerable, and it's like all we want to do is retreat inside our shells like these little sea turtles here and just hide until the threat goes away. So that is the energy that we're bringing into the month of April. This, for some of us, this may have already started towards the end of March. For others, it might not happen yet, but it's going to be happening soon. So we're just feeling this kind of apprehension, this little bit of fear, and this feeling like if we just like cover our faces and hide, it'll all go away. But that's not likely to happen. So let's see what the rest of the cards have to tell us about moving forward. Now, the second card I pulled this month is the Magician reversed. They're all reverse cards this month. So what this is telling me is that if we fail to poke our heads out of our shells and expose our vulnerable bits or our vulnerabilities, we will fail to move forward, right? Because if you're in your shell, you just kind of sit there like a rock, or you sink to the bottom of the sea and you're definitely not going anywhere. You're just sitting there. And what we do is we deny ourselves the chance or the opportunity to live up to our full potential. And it's going to be really difficult. Remember, this is our challenger card. So our challenge is that it's going to be very tempting to hide, to retreat, to pretend like it's not happening, or to manipulate the situation or the people involved in order to protect our egos and protect our hearts from being hurt. You might try to justify actions or thoughts like that, like, well, if I just, pretend it's not there, or it'll go away, or I don't have to deal with it, or someone else will take care of it. It's almost like you're telling yourself, well, if I don't try, then I can't fail. It won't be a repeat like last time, because I think that's where a lot of this is coming from. It's like, oh, I've been there before and it didn't work out. Well, this is not the same as last time. This is something new. So even though you have to confront those old feelings, don't expect the outcome to be the same. You learned something last time, and now it's time to apply the lessons that you learned. If you don't try, you cannot fail. That's not correct. It's wrong. If you don't try, you have already failed. So it's nothing ventured, nothing gained. And the Magician tells us that we have all the right stuff. Like, we have everything in our toolbox already that we need to get it done. We just actually have to do it. So there is action required. And the temptation, I think, is to not be lazy, but to procrastinate perhaps, or to take the easy route, right? We don't want to go down that difficult road again, but I'm afraid we're being pushed in that direction anyway. Now, the third card, this is our advice card. This is how can we get through this? What is our best course of action that is going to give us the best result and be in our highest good and for the highest good of everyone around us? And we have the King of Cups reversed. So the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, and they're all reversed. And so what this is telling us is that our best course of action this month is to work on becoming very self-aware of our emotions, especially when it comes to dealing with others. So because we have both the Queen and the King of Cups, they are very caring and considerate people. They're always thinking about peace and about taking care of others. They want others to be at their best, and they want everyone to get along. They want peace and they want harmony. So I feel like it's not just all about us this month. It is about our relationships with others and about making sure there is peace in our relationship with others. So there's definitely other people involved. If you find yourself sometime in the month of April getting emotionally triggered or angry, take a step back to analyze those feelings before you continue engaging with others any further. So excuse yourself from the situation or the argument, take a step back so that you have a chance to think about what the underlying fear is that triggered you or made you angry. You're like, oh, I feel angry. I might say something I don't mean or something I regret. So I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to process these emotions. You can say to the person, you know what, I'm starting to feel angry. I need a moment. I just need to process. I will get back to this conversation once I've had a chance to figure out where this anger is coming from. And almost always, like 99.9% of the time, it's because there's a fear deep down under the anger, under the hurt, or whatever the other negative emotions. There is a fear there that has manifested itself in the form of anger. So figure out what that fear is, and then you've got to the heart of the issue. Often in arguments, we start focusing on the details or who is right, or we focus on the things that don't really matter. We try to put blame on things, but really it's almost always a fear of ours, an outcome that we're afraid is going to happen if this continues. So identify the fear, and you've identified the issue. Then come back to the situation and say, okay, here are my needs and here are my concerns, and this is the fear that I'm feeling, and maybe we can work together to relieve that fear or comfort that fear so that it's no longer a threat, right? So the goal this month, the King of Cups is telling us that our goal this month should be becoming accountable for our own emotional well-being. You cannot control others, you cannot change others, but you can control how you react to others. So remember, you don't want to hide from your feelings, you don't want to retreat into your turtle shell, and you don't want to keep the expression of those feelings to yourself, because that's, then other people start to worry or wonder, and it creates tension and friction in your relationships with others. So you don't want to hide from your feelings, and you don't want to hide from the expression of those feelings, even if you just need to take a step back temporarily to process them before you express them. That's totally fair. But hiding won't get you anywhere. What you want to do is be in control of your emotions rather than your emotions controlling you. So you need to be able to communicate your needs effectively without your fears mucking up your relationships. And if you can do this, the doors will open in all areas of your life, not just love or friendships, but in career and otherwise and beyond. And you'll be way happier because you get more control when you take accountability. Now, as usual, I have drawn a card from the Good Tarot to give us an affirmation for the month ahead. And this month, I have drawn the Magician. So the Magician just kind of flew out of the deck while I was shuffling, and it wanted itself to be, it was our message for this month. So here is the affirmation from the Magician. When I am in alignment with Spirit's will, miracles are possible. When I see this card, I am reminded that my will and skill alone will yield limited results. When I remember my partnership with Spirit, all is well. I'm required to explore my commitment to this co-creative, alchemical relationship and see the results manifest beautifully through me. Spirit works magic. All right, so I feel like, remember, there is a give and take. There is effort on our part. If we do the work, then doors will open, things will just fall into place. There's a quote by Joseph Campbell, and he said, if you take one step toward the gods, they'll take 10 steps towards you. But the Magician is always telling us that work is required on our part. We have to initiate, and we will get back what we put out. Just to recap, our emotions this month are feeling a little bit out of balance, and we have to bring them back into balance. And to do that, The King of Cups is saying we need to be accountable for our own emotional well-being. We need to be in control of our emotions. Do not let your emotions control you. Take the time to step back, process them. Don't engage with others any further when you're feeling things get heated, when you feel that anger coming out, and get to the underlying fear. And the Magician tells us that action is going to be required on our part. Again, accountability, again, taking action. And by taking action, we're going to get back. We're going to get a reward back. Take one step towards the gods, they will take 10 steps towards you. And I feel like it's not just about spirit, but it's about relationships as well. You take one step towards them, people are way more likely to step towards you too. It's a give and take. It's about balance. All right. That is your forecast for the month of April 2019. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you're watching this on Facebook, come find me on YouTube. And until next time, stay shiny and keep sparkling, guys. Bye.